You jacked into Buffy's Angels. The Joss boys are back again. The D Train, Daniel Ehrenberg, and over there, Logan B. Adair. What's up, buddy?
I'm crazy, honey. I'm the original one-eyed chicklet in the kingdom of the blind.
Wow, what a classic. What a classic monologue.
I thought so.
Yeah, that's probably like Glory's defining moment. It's one of the first things I think of when I think about Glory.
Really? I'll think about the
Yeah.
time when she went in the magic box before anybody really knew her.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, L Dog. It's time for another week. It's the penultimate week of season 5 of Buffy and season 2 of Angel.
Sure is. And we got a lot to talk about, I feel like.
We sure do. But first, why don't I tell you what was going on the week these aired, May 15th, 2001.
All right. Who are you, Julie Chen? But first.
But hashtag but first.
Hashtag but
Yeah.
first.
All right, All For You by Janet Jackson, still the number one song in America. I can't believe that.
It's a good one.
Incredible stuff. Cannes Film Festival. That happened this week.
Yay.
Yeah.
I think that happened like recently in real life, didn't it?
Well, it may. Makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. The Cannes Film Festival this year, some of the films competing for the Palme d'Or were The Man Who Wasn't There by the Coen brothers, Moulin Rouge by Baz, Mulholland Drive by David Lynch, The Piano Teacher by Michael Haneke, and Shrek.
Wow. Last but
Yeah.
not least, you should have said.
Yeah. But the winner was this Italian movie I've never seen called The Sun's Room.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, apparently Cannes Film Festival liked it even more than all those classics.
Yeah, those are all pretty famous films.
Yeah. And in the Un Certain Regard section, which is for smaller budgeted movies, you got the Anniversary Party, which I just talked about on the pod on Hey I'm Watching Here. Remember, like last week?
Yes.
And No Such Thing by Hal Hartley and Todd Solondz's Storytelling.
Wow. Very cool.
All right, what a year at the Cannes Film Festival. Couple big album releases. I shouldn't have said a couple, it's 3. That's a few.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. How about Dirty Pop? Are you familiar with Dirty Pop?
Nope.
Okay. Well, how about another song on that album? It's gonna be me.
Yeah, definitely know that one more.
All right, yeah. NSYNC's third album, Pop, was released the same day that these aired. How about that? What a day if you liked both Buffy and NSYNC.
Bye 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 is not on that one?
No, that's on their previous record, No Strings Attached.
All right, because they were little puppets.
Yeah,
in that music video.
Actually, It's Gonna Be May might be on that one too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and now I'm questioning myself. Let me look up Pop by NSYNC just briefly.
It is already May. It's gonna be May. It's already May.
Yeah. My girlfriend told me that it came up on her like random like Spotify, just like on she was just listening to liked songs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you know, that came up the day before May 1st.
Wow. That's incredible. I'm glad she likes that song.
Exciting?
Yeah, that is
right.
exciting. It's like if Wake Me Up When September Ends came out, or you heard it like the day before.
I had a few things wrong. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, Dirty Pop, it was just the single. The album was called Celebrity, and that comes out later this summer. So it's just the single that was released on this day. So I had that wrong. And It's Gonna Be May is on No Strings Attached.
Okay, so all right. So but the single came out today or this
That's
week.
right. That's right.
That's cool.
Classic stuff. All right, but how about these albums also? Weezer's The Green album came out on this day, and I was there to buy it the day it came out. So that's what I did this day. I went to Sam Goody and bought Weezer's The Green album, and then watched Buffy and Angel. And then how about this? Also on this day, REM released their classic album Reveal, which is great, featuring the song Imitation of Life. And I also wanted to point out that they do have an album called Green.
Oh, It all came together.
Yeah, it all came together. How about that?
Does Weezer not have white? I thought they had a white one.
Yeah, much later. They also have a red album.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and a black album. They have a few self-titled albums that are just notified by the color.
So they started leaning into that even more.
Oh yeah. But I mean, this is when it was because he was crazy.
Right. Right.
All right. How about movies?
Yes.
Mummy Returns still dominating the box office, but coming in at number 2 is a movie I saw in theaters, A Knight's Tale.
Wow. Heath.
That's Heath. Yeah. I remember the fun thing about that movie was the soundtrack was all Queen songs.
That's fun.
Yeah, even though it was a night movie. And the poster was just a big picture of Heath Ledger's face and it said, "We will rock you." And and I remember Heath Ledger telling a story in an interview around this time that I watched where he says friends are all making fun of him because anytime they see the poster anywhere, they turn to him and they go, "Oh, you gonna rock me, man?"
Yeah, that's so funny. It's so cool that he's like a huge actor, but he's getting ripped on by his friends. That's funny.
Well, he's not huge yet. Yeah, like 10 Things I Hate About You had come out, but
That's huge to me.
yeah, that was big. But A Knight's Tale was the first movie where like it was expected that they'd get box office through the name Heath Ledger. Like the poster was just his face. It was like a Tom Cruise movie.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Did he rock you? Did you like that one?
Honestly, I did at the time. I don't think I've seen it since theaters, but
Holy
I remember it
shit.
being all right.
Gotta check it back out. I'll
Yeah,
do it.
maybe.
We'll watch it together one week.
Yeah, I wish I had a sequel.
Yeah, good point.
All right, maybe a female led sequel, A Maiden's Tale. How about
Oh,
that?
that'd be good.
Right?
Handmaid's Tale. What about that one?
Well, that's a little different.
Oh, that's already thinking.
Yeah. Okay. You ready to talk about the Buffy episode?
Yes, I really am.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
question at the end.
Wow, looking forward to that.
Yes.
I can't wait. Okay. The
Pretty obvious, I
writer,
think.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I guess I'll just ask it now. Like we're like we have to kill Dawn, but we still have time to stop Glory from starting to like drain Dawn of her blood? Do we still have time to stop this process, or
Well,
is now
that's
the
it.
only solution to kill Dawn?
I think you gotta wait till next week.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So the writer of this episode is Douglas Petrie, one of our classics, been around since season 3. This season he had a really great output. Check out this. This was his 4th episode of the season. He wrote No Place Like Home, Fool for Love, and Checkpoint.
Checkpoint's really the only one that sticks out. I got to be honest.
No, come on. No Place Like Home's first appearance of Glory.
Okay.
All right. And Fool for Love is that Spike flashback episode.
Oh, he jumps on the bucket.
Yes, yeah, when he jumps on the bucket.
Okay, so those two are great. The second two are great. Checkpoint was awesome.
Yeah, so Doug Petrie came up with that his name is William the Bloody because he's bloody awful at poetry. I just want to say that.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Also, I want to say that I just watched the 2nd season of the Amazon Prime show Outer Range this week.
Okay.
And it with Josh Brolin, all right, and it was only 7 episodes. And Doug Petrie joined the writing staff, wrote 2 of the 7.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was exciting to see his name.
Yeah, I bet. Honestly, that was really
Yeah.
cool.
The director, you want to hear about him?
Yeah, of course.
It's David Solomon. He's sort of like Whedon's right hand guy now. Like he'll eventually like during season 7 of Buffy. Joss Whedon was running season 7 of Buffy, season 4 of Angel, and season 1 of Firefly all at the same time. So there are a couple episodes of Buffy that Whedon writes but does not direct. And David Solomon is the only guy he trusts to direct his own shit.
I feel like I haven't heard his name in a while, David Solomon.
It's
I'm
been
just wrong.
No, it has been a little while. He directed 3 episodes right at the beginning of the season, and he hasn't since then. His this is his 4th of the season. His first 3 were Buffy versus Dracula, the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
No Place Like Home, the first appearance of Glory. So there's a reteam of that team, and Listening to Fear, the one with the scary guy above Mom's bed.
Yes, yes. Cool to see mom
Yeah.
again this week.
Yeah, great to see mom and dad. How
And
about
dad.
that?
Yeah. He came up and I remembered you saying that dad's gonna show up in like a vision at one point or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like a flashback or whatever. I guess it was more a flashback, right?
It's yeah, it could be a false memory. Well, it is a false memory. Like Dawn doesn't exist, right?
Right. I guess it's more that. By the way,
Yeah.
we'll talk about Joss a little later on, right?
We
Actor Joss.
did,
I didn't
did you know that?
not until I looked at the episode's IMDb and then
Oh,
I
I was
obviously saw it.
excited to reveal that to you.
No, I saw it. I was looking for an LVP and I saw him in the credits in the yeah.
He's definitely not the LVP. He's fucking hilarious.
No, not the
Um,
LVP.
okay.
It made me think that was he only there because Cordelia's running around that outfit. He wanted to be on
Oh
set.
God, no, no. He's on set all every week. It's just
For
that
Angel?
yeah, for both of them.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. He's co-showrunner.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know they were on set.
They have to run the show, bro.
I thought they did that from like their high tower or whatever.
No. No, then you're just an executive producer. To be a showrunner, you have to actually be there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
hats off to Joss.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
that fucking hat off for this man.
Yeah, I did.
All right, great. Um, all right, I guess I'm done. Let's hear your thoughts on The Weight of the World.
Okay. Well, we start out with Glory. She hears some of her minions talking shit, right? And
Yeah, they are.
she's like, I want to kill you guys, but for some reason I just don't really feel like it. I'm not in the mood. Why is that? Donnie? What's going on there? I think she calls her Donnie later on.
Well, we don't get Dawn right away. We do this whole scene where she's talking about that, and then we just like pan over, and it's like, oh shit, Dawn's right there, tied up.
Well, yeah. The reveal is she asks Dawn. She's like, Dawn, what's going on? Why don't I? And then it like reveals Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're back. Is this? I forgot the location where we were, but we're still at the place where Giles was hurt on the
Yeah,
counter.
this was like a gas station that they stopped at, like a shut down gas station. They're not fucking up anybody's business like the Universal Soldiers.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
So we're still reeling from when Glory stole Dawn away. We don't really know what's going on. Buffy's like, is she in shock basically this episode?
She's catatonic.
Catatonic. You ever been catatonic? Sounds scary.
I don't think I have. I feel like maybe a couple times I played
You've been
up
gin and
being-
tonic.
I've definitely been gin and tonic many times before. That's hilarious. Yeah, but no, I don't think I've ever hit that point.
Yeah, it was really scary. I didn't like seeing Buffy this way.
Mm.
But so then we get the credits. I saw Christine Sutherland in the credits. I popped pretty hard. I didn't know if they were just hadn't taken her out. I was like, has she been in the credits since her death?
Well,
I was
she's
wondering.
she's in the guest star credits. Those change every episode.
Okay, so yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And that guy Joel Gray, he was in the episode too.
That's right.
Wrote his name down. I couldn't remember who he was, but I was like, oh, that's gonna be important for later. But he's Doc, isn't he?
That's correct.
Doc, I didn't expect him to be in one other episode. When we set him up, I kind of thought he'd be a bigger deal.
Well, he opened his eyes at the end of that scene, bro.
Oh, you're right. He is alive.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. All right. So basically, what's going to happen is Willow is going to help Buffy. She comes up with a great plan. Everybody's going to do stuff. I liked Anya. She was like, Willow, what are you going to do? Because I had the same thought because she didn't say like what her thing was. I was like, Willow, what about you?
Help
and then
Buffy.
help Buffy.
Willow really takes charge here, man. I mean, Giles is right there, and Willow's is just like, "Hey, fuck off! I got this."
Well, Giles is hurt. He did get like a pipe through the chest in the last episode.
True, but
a
still,
spear.
man, she takes this whole gang, puts them on her back in this episode.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for the MVP. It's probably Willow. Right?
But yeah, that's a good choice.
She's great here. Buffy. This is one of the least Buffy's ever had to do in an episode.
I could give it. That is true too. I could give it to Claire Kramer. I think
I
as
agree
Glory.
with that.
I think this is a really good Glory episode.
For the first time, I imagined being either Claire Kramer or whoever plays Ben, and watching the episode for the first time. I bet that was.
I believe his name is Charlie Weber.
Yeah. It's 1B, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want to check out the first couple seasons of How to Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis, he's on that show.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
he's got a beard.
Wow, but he looks weird. I
He looks
imagine
better.
being really,
Yeah,
huh?
he has got too much of a baby face in Buffy.
But I feel like when you're like some people are so handsome that a beard kind of doesn't work on them.
No, this guy's the kind of handsome where the beard just makes him look a little older and grittier, and it's cool.
Wow, that was really cool. But I imagine being those guys because like when they filmed the episode, the director I assume is like, we're gonna do a lot of magic. You're just gonna like do a lot of like weird turns to the side, and you're gonna turn into Ben. You're gonna turn into
Yeah.
Glory. And I imagine being them like watching this episode because this was by far the most they've done in terms of those two.
Oh, they're having a conversation with each other.
Yeah, so I was
We
like,
haven't
I
seen
wonder
that before.
what that experience was of like, what were they like impressed with the show? People like how well they did it, or were they like, really, this is the product? I don't know. I
I
thought about
never
that.
heard Weber talk about it, but Claire Kramer is very proud of her time as Glory. So I
I
think
love
she
that.
was into it.
I would
Yeah.
be proud of it too if I were her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get all this. Spike says Buffy likes it rough. He
Yeah.
like slaps her and he says like, I think she likes it rough. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. I feel like he's just trying to piss off Xander.
Yeah, he does. And very fun here. So Spike tells everybody, he says, yeah, but by the way, what about the fact that Ben is Glory? And they're like, what? What are you talking about? They don't remember that, obviously, because the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I told you that the thing where Don didn't remember was going to be explained.
Yes, and it sure is explained here. And Spike says, because he's not human, it doesn't work on him. He remembers everything.
That's right.
Pretty good stuff. He says it's like
This
a
is
sitcom. That's funny, I thought.
yeah, I thought this whole scene was very funny. Where he's like he does the whole explanation to them, and then Giles just goes, "Do we suspect Ben and Glory of some kind of a connection?"
Yeah, he says it so slow. He really takes
Yeah.
his time. Yeah, I loved that too. That was
Spike
hilarious.
falls into the same rhythm in this scene as the Monty Python Dead Parrot sketch.
I don't know.
You don't know that one?
No.
Yeah, that's like the most famous Monty Python sketch, and it's like a guy trying to return a dead parrot to a pet store, and the pet store owner is just like, "What you've given me is an X parrot," and he just like that's the rhythm of the sketch, and I feel like Spike just falls into that. Ben, Glory, one's a god. One's a doctor, one's the beast.
Yeah.
What he does that. Yeah, it really reminded me of that, and I think he was doing it on purpose. It was too close.
In the sketch, it's like a thing where they don't know if he like murdered the pet or not.
No, it's just that the guy is like bringing a dead parrot back to a pet store, like that's a normal thing someone would do, and he doesn't understand why they're not taking it back, and it's just like the pet store owner trying desperately to explain to the guy why this doesn't make sense.
Why did the bird die?
I don't know, man. It's a comedy sketch.
Oh, all right, I have too many questions. All right, yeah, but that was a great scene there. Very fun. And so I thought that this was cool. We transport Dawn from like one room to another. We're like, Dawn, you got to come stay in this room. I love the camera in this scene. It was all like handheld. It was really, I don't know, it was really kind of scary. I don't
What
know.
scene was this?
When we moved on to that other room and we meet like some more minions and we talk about the key and everything.
Oh, right. And then we kick out the minions, right?
Yeah, I thought all yes, I thought the way that room was shot was pretty cool. I don't know, it was pretty intense stuff.
Yeah, I felt claustrophobic.
Yeah. But so Anya's gonna watch after Tara while Willow goes and helps with Buffy. But I thought we were gonna this was gonna come back into play where she tells Tara like she tells Anya you got to give Tara medicine every 2 hours. I thought it was gonna be a cool thing where Willow like helped Buffy and then she came out of the room just in time to give Tara her medicine. Like she didn't even need the whole time. I thought that was gonna be like the capper on the whole episode.
No, I don't think that ever comes back.
No, yeah, it wasn't even touched on, but I thought that was kind of weird.
I
Actually,
feel like it took Willow like 24 hours though.
no
Like
way, 24
the
hours.
episode starts, the sun's going down, and then it finishes its night. So I don't think
Exactly.
it's the same day.
Sun's going down and then it's night. I thought it was like an hour later or something.
Oh, maybe. You could be right. I never really thought
I mean, it
about
really could be either way. It could be it took a short time or it took a whole day.
it. Yeah.
Who knows? and we don't get any resolution to it. So really, who knows? I don't know. I thought it was very funny here whenever whenever Willow goes in that room with Buffy. Did you catch this? Anya quietly she goes, "Good luck,"
I
like she's
didn't.
Angel.
Oh, I did notice that, but I didn't think of the angel thing.
I
Yeah,
thought that was
that's a good
hilarious.
catch. Yeah, classic angel line from the harvest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we meet a little girl, little Buffy,
Yeah,
young
if you
Buffy.
you ever watch Scrubs?
No,
All right, well,
she's in
the
that.
main girl on Scrubs is named Elliot, played by Sarah Chalk. And if you watch some early episodes of Scrubs, there's a few flashbacks to when Elliot was a little girl, and it's the same little girl.
That was like McKenna Grace. When McKenna Grace was little, she played young Tanya Harding in I, Tanya. She was like young Captain Marvel. She was young. She was like young a million characters when she was a
Yeah,
little girl. It's crazy. But I guess it didn't turn out the same way for this actor. I didn't look her up.
no,
I thought she was cute.
the ghost never left her haunted house.
Oh, very sad. I
Yeah,
thought she delivered some lines with spunk though. I enjoyed it. I don't
don't
know.
talk about little girls involving spunk.
I don't even know what that means.
What do you mean? Spunk's another word for cum.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I really didn't know that. I thought it was just like sass, spunk.
Well, it is. I'm glad that you were only using it in that context.
Yeah, that's really gross. Spunk.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. But so yeah, so this was cool, all that stuff. And then we go Spike, we send Spike to Glory's place to go find Glory, but it's all empty because we moved her to we moved on to that other place. I don't know where that was, but while he's there, he finds Ben's bed and Ben's like doctor stuff.
Right. It was kind of funny because we've seen Ben like in that room before, but like before we knew about the glory thing. And it's funny that like he keeps just like a little normal apartment bedroom like in that big mansion. Like he's just desperate to be normal.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
And then he tells Xander about it later on, and he's like, wait, Ben stays at Glory's place? Why does he do that? That's weird."
Yeah, Ben's subletting from Glory.
Xander's pretty funny here too.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the Spike Xander dynamic is always good, and they spend most of the episode together, I feel like.
yes, I was actually impressed with the actor Xander in this episode.
Oh,
Uh,
Nikki Brand.
yeah, I thought he was good. I like that moment where Spike pulls out a cigarette later on, and I like the look that Xander gives to Spike. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're pulling out a cigarette in the hospital right now? That was pretty funny. But so anyway, so we see mom and dad, Joyce and what's his name?
Hank.
Hank Beast. They are here. Whoa, we have Hank and we have the Beast.
That's a good point.
Episode.
Yeah. Great,
That's
great pull.
that's wild. Uh, so yeah, so I thought Buffy was cute. She's like a little jealous of Dawn at first, but then she's like, I can take care of her. I want to
Yeah.
take care of her.
The baby doesn't look great. Like you could tell that Joyce isn't holding a baby except for like the one shot where you see the baby.
Maybe. I like Joyce's hair. I thought they did a good job making her look younger. She had like
Oh,
more full, more like longer hair,
very good.
like her party days.
And the dad always looks exactly the same. Like we haven't seen him in like 2 seasons. Yeah, and he looks exactly the same. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So we see an older Buffy we know and love, put a like book on a shelf. We don't really know what that's about. I feel like I still
Right.
don't even know what that's about.
What are you talking about? That's like a very moving part of the episode, I thought.
I kind of didn't understand everything. I guess we get to it.
All right, we could talk about it.
And then Willow's like by the fire with the original Slayer. Don't know what that's all about yet, I guess. But
Well, yeah, she's remembering that when the Slayer, death is your gift.
yeah.
Death is your gift. She
Yeah.
says it's sort of like the Count from Sesame Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, one. A death is your gift.
I guess when you do it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're at the hospital. Giles is leaving the hospital. Xander helps him put his jacket back on. I thought that was a nice moment.
Yeah, very cute.
Yeah.
They have great chemistry too. You could put any of these two actors together at this point. It's just delightful.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe not
Yeah.
like Tara with a few of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Tara really only like at this point. I like her and her dynamic with Buffy, and she's got good dynamic with Willow. But like Anya was taking care of her in this episode, and I was like, did have they ever had a scene alone together?
Right. I like her with Xander too. Remember that episode where he's like my two favorite girls. I mean my three favorite girls because Tara was there and he wanted to like
Oh
make
yeah,
her feel
yeah.
more involved.
That was cute. Yeah.
That was cute. So Glory, she's like doing a lot of like remembering Ben stuff, hates it. I don't know.
Well, you sound so disappointed at the end of every scene. I don't know.
Well, I just don't really I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on a lot of this
You
stuff.
don't need to have thoughts on every scene. It's okay.
Well, I like to talk about what I'm thinking more than just like the plot, you know?
Yeah,
So when I'm
yeah.
talking about the plot, I feel like I'm boring myself a little bit. But
It's fine.
okay, okay. So I like this part from Willow when she's talking to the Slayer. She's like, "Wait, you're the original Slayer that tried to kill us all in our dreams. How you been?"
Yeah, I like that moment too. Very
Yeah,
Willow.
yeah. More very Willow stuff like later on when she's talking to young Buffy and Buffy's like, you talk funny." That was so cute.
Yeah, and then she says, "As you will tell me again when we are in chem class."
Yeah. Um, so I mean, what was going on with the bookshelf? What was that?
So we keep going back to that moment, and it's like the only thing Willow doesn't get, because like the arrival of Dawn seems notable, and that conversation with the first Slayer seems notable, and that sort of fantasy she's having about killing Dawn is obviously important.
Right,
But
but she doesn't
why?
understand that one.
But why do we keep looking at Buffy putting a book back on a shelf?
It's because she had some realization in that moment.
Yeah, that was a moment where like Giles asked her to put a book back on the shelf at the magic box, and she went and did it. And just for a moment, she just realized, I don't think I can win this.
Yeah.
And so it was like her body or like her brain gave out, like something snapped in her in that moment, and she hasn't felt the same since.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right, but why? Come on, you can't give up. You can't give up, Buffy. That was just my thinking.
Well,
You
of course, but like, I mean, she's been fighting her ass off for 5 years now, and she saved the world multiple times, and she's fought like ridiculous evil, like the judge and the master and the mayor, like the whole government.
yeah.
Like, it's just like, I think I'll forgive Buffy if she has a moment like this.
I don't know. It's everyone. Your sister's life is on the line, and your friends. Even if you realize like you might not have a chance, you got to fight. She does. She's not giving up or anything.
No, no, but she needs Willow in this moment to like remind her of that.
Yeah. All right. You're right. I thought there was kind of a weird part here where Glory's like, "So Dawn, tell me who's powerful enough to beat me? Who's gonna do it?" And Dawn, it was cool from Dawn, but that line from Glory I thought was weird. But
Yeah.
Dawn was like, "Buffy, Buffy's gonna kick your ass."
Yeah,
I don't think she said that.
it's one of those things where they thought of the response before they thought of
They
the
did that a lot in this
question.
show, kind of. That's like the
Yeah,
fifth
you're not
instance of that
wrong.
happening. But but yeah, so this is where we find Joyce's grave, and Buffy keeps going, "Death is my gift," and she smothers Dawn with a pillow.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough scene.
It is pretty. I thought she should have been named Buffy Smothers,
Good job, like Tracy Smothers, the
like
young
Tracy
pistol.
Smothers.
Um, I yeah, Dawn's weird in this scene. She's like choking almost. Like it feels like she's gasping for air before Buffy even puts the pillow on her. But
Right.
maybe that's how Buffy sees Dawn. Like she's just on the brink of death at this point.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. Yeah. She seems sick or something.
Yeah.
I, yeah. I wonder what that was about too. I don't know. Because yeah, that's before she gets suffocated with a pillow. I don't know what that was. But so Glory, she turns into Ben, and he realizes that Glory slaughtered hundreds of men. Talking about the Knights of Byzantium, I guess.
I always
And
feel like this is the only like we've seen a lot of times where like Glory turns into Ben and he's like wearing ladies' clothing or whatever. I think he looks the best in this outfit.
hmm, really?
Yes, this like velvet robe thing she's wearing.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking that, but I feel like I agree. Yeah, he's rocking it the most,
Yeah, that's
most
right.
comfortable.
I feel like both of them look great in this thing.
Yeah, they got a great outfit for him. So yeah, Ben he beats up a minion and he like runs off with Dawn. He's gonna try to help Dawn, I guess. Well,
Dawn's got like that ash on her head the whole episode, like on Ash Wednesday.
what's that?
You don't know Ash What the fuck?
Ash
Aren't you like a
Wednesday?
Christian?
No,
What's your religion?
I'm not religious.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a thing in Catholicism or Christianity or whatever. It might be both. It might be there. It's all the same to me. Um, they it's called Ash Wednesday, Logan.
Yeah.
And what you're supposed to do is at the beginning of the day, like before work or school or whatever you do, you go to the church and you get anointed by the priest.
Oh, I do that every day. I didn't know that was only on Wednesday.
No, shut the
That's
fuck
why I
up.
didn't react to it.
No, it's one Wednesday a year, Ash Wednesday. And there's even an Ed Burns movie about it called Ash Wednesday. It's horrible. So there's like one Wednesday a year, and I never know when it's coming, because I'm Jewish. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. And you'll see, you just start, you're walking around in the city, well, I'm in the city because that's where I lived.
Mhm.
And then you just start seeing people with ash on their forehead, and you're like, oh, it's that day.
It's like an I voted sticker.
Yeah, it is like that.
I never knew about Ash Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And it's fun for me because I'm just like, oh, that guy's stupid. That guy's stupid.
Like putting an I'm stupid sticker on your forehead.
Right, exactly.
That's hilarious. Sorry to anyone who celebrates Ash Wednesday out there.
Well, if you celebrate it, I'm sure you were like born with that shit. Like, you've just been doing it your whole life. So like it's part of your tradition or whatever. I don't like begrudge the people. I just think it's a very, like, of all the silly shit in religion, like that's maybe the silliest to me.
It's just to like show your solidarity or something.
I don't even, it must have a meaning. They all do, right? But I don't know. It might be like before Good Friday.
I see that it's March 5th, 2025.
Is that around when Good Friday is?
I have no idea when Good Friday is.
I feel like it's around there because I
What
feel
is
like
Good
that's
Friday?
right.
Like Easter time?
Yeah, I think it's the Friday before Easter.
I think that's might be. I mean, that's around the same time. I know Easter's like March, April time, but I never know exactly when.
It's like they let you do have to do something every other day that week. They give you Thursday and Saturday off, but you gotta get the ash on Wednesday. You gotta think about Jesus a lot on Friday and look for eggs on Sunday.
That's right. You also gotta think about Jesus on Sunday.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, wow, it's really action packed.
I understand so much about religion.
But you don't understand why people are religious.
No, I don't understand anything about religion. Anytime I'm talking about religion, I promise you I'm talking out of my ass. Even when I'm talking about Judaism.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
No.
In this episode, do you think that's what they're going for, the Ash Wednesday thing?
I mean, yeah. That it's exactly what she has on her head here.
Yeah, I mean she does. Yeah, I did notice that. I should know what you're talking about.
And the priests do it so fast, like because they have to do like 1,000,000 a day, and so it's never like a perfect cross. It always kind of looks like a backwards L or something.
Yeah, that's funny. L for loser.
That's
no,
right.
Just kidding. This was funny. I like this part where Willow talks to little girl Buffy. And Willow, this is when Willow, she says, I think I've already dejaed this vu. And that's when the girl says, you talk funny. So that's
right. That is of such like a Buffy line.
Yeah.
You've already dejaed this vu. Or like, someone has a line about nummy treats at one point. I was like, I feel like we've heard that before. Like people say
nummy?
that. Yeah, nummy treats.
I thought you were gonna say yummy. What was nummy?
No, I don't know, man. They changed it on Buffy. Changed it up.
Nummy treats. Yeah. My favorite Buffy invention was Xander saying it gives me a happy. That's my favorite.
You still talk about that.
That's my favorite one. But so Spike, he visits Doc. He says he knows a guy who can help. Doc.
Yeah. He's my favorite of the dwarves.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really know him well enough, but probably go sleepy. I don't know.
I don't, all the other ones, they just have like, things that describe like one thing they do all the time. Whereas Doc, he has a doctorate.
Doesn't he look different too?
Yeah, I feel like he looks smarter. Like everybody, like all the other ones could be called dopey.
Right, you're right about that.
but
But I think Dopey is dumber than the rest.
yeah, no, dopey's a fucking retard.
So oh man, I forgot. Oh yeah, so Doc, we've talked to Doc. I thought it was sad here. Doc asks about Joyce. He's like, Don, how's your mom?
What? Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. How'd that go? Well, he knew she was dead. He was just asking if she like went through with the spell that he gave her.
Oh, I thought he didn't know he was asking like if she pulled through or not.
No,
And
no. It's whether she was resurrected or not.
oh shit. So
Yeah.
so yeah, he's heard all about he doesn't know Glory. He knows Glorificus. He doesn't really know her by Glory, I guess.
Yeah.
So we basically we Spikes realizes that Doc is like standing in front of this big
Yeah.
box.
He's being suspicious.
Yeah, and he calls him out on it. And then Doc does like this crazy flip and he grabs a sword and he has this giant long tongue. And he says, they aren't the only ones who worship the beast, which I thought was actually a really cool line because like there would absolutely be others that worship the beast.
Yeah. It's not just bottom feeders and scum suckers.
That,
Yeah,
that was
whatever.
really cool. And yeah, so Xander, well, I thought killed him, but then when they leave, we see he's alive still.
Yeah. Xander got all that weird purple blood on his face for nothing.
For nothing. Yeah. And we grab the box out of the fire and we leave. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently Willow says Dawn is in a time loop.
What?
I don't know. Or she tells Buffy that, not Dawn that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense. So then yeah, so Ben is with Dawn. We were like hanging out and then Dawn turns on Ben. She hits him with a bunch of chains, and then that's when Ben turns into Glory. And
The
we get
chains didn't look heavy enough to me.
oh really? I thought they did kind of a good job with the chains.
Yeah, okay.
Especially like when Glory picks him back up. Like, you can't just go around hitting people with chains.
But then Glory throws them down, and when they hit the ground, it sounds really light.
You might be right about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, this was a fun scene. It's Ben, it's Glory, it's Ben, it's Glory. Glory.
Yeah,
I wrote
real
down these
de force,
real what?
tour de force.
It is, yeah. They're doing a great job. I loved these lines by Glory. Ben didn't have some great lines, but Glory did. She says, "Stick around, chica." I thought that was hilarious. And
Yeah,
she says, "Shut your hole, you sanctimonious little meatworm."
yeah. I loved Meatworm.
Yeah. What the hell? So yeah, so
That's I'm gonna start calling human beings meatworms. I think.
really,
Yeah, it's a good way to describe them.
yeah, meatworms. And so Ben, he I guess has a change of heart. He's gonna like bring Don to the minions because it's his only choice. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. He just, yeah. I know.
Yep, sucks. Heel
Fucking
turn.
Ben.
Yep. So yeah, we get the whole thing where Buffy tells Willow like the bookshelf. That's the moment where I realized Glory was gonna beat me. I don't know. It's sad. She mentioned something about Giles with a book bag. I wrote that down because I hate book bag. That we talked about it.
Oh yeah, we prefer backpack.
Right, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. That's like my favorite scene in the episode. The Buffy explaining
No,
this
it was
to
good.
Willow.
I was just kind of like, what? Buffy, you can't fucking give up. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. I was just like so shocked by it. I think was more the thing. I didn't like it. But I understand
Yeah.
it. I get what I do get what she's going through. It's tough. But I was more just like, what? No, we're so close to the end. But yeah, so fun stuff here where Willow she says, "You've been carrying the weight of the world since high school."
They said the
Title of the
title.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. And Willow's actually really good here. She says like, by you being in this state forever, that's what's gonna kill Dawn, not you being proactive and trying to fight it. Doing nothing is gonna kill Dawn. You know,
Yeah.
like killing Dawn would actually be better than doing nothing because then Dawn would die and we get nothing out of it.
Yeah, and then the world's just over.
Yeah, world's over. But yeah, so we go back to the magic box. Giles and is there with Spike and Xander, and then Buffy and Willow and Anya and Tara join them, right? And we're like, hey, good, Buffy's alive. Good to see you there.
Yeah,
And
and she comes out like all purposeful and shit.
like a new life, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, pretty cool. And Giles says there's a way to beat Glory, but we have to kill Dawn. Crazy. But he says it's with a portal, and the way to use the portal is with Dawn's blood. But from everything I've seen, we haven't opened the portal yet. So I kind of feel like we don't have to kill Dawn until we start opening the portal. Is what I gathered.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
So we just have to prevent her from starting to open the portal, is what I see. But that'll be hard to do, probably. But anyway, fours.
Yeah, I like this episode. I didn't always. I remember I didn't like it when I first saw it. I thought it was too sort of slow and experimental to be the penultimate episode of this season, especially with such a big action episode the week before in Spiral. But I've come to terms with it. I like it as a little breath you can take before the finale.
I liked it more talking about it than I liked it in the moment. I think I like last week
that's
more.
fair.
What about you?
I definitely prefer last week.
So that's why I'll start my ranking. I haven't,
and I love shit like this. You know, like this is sort of like a cousin to Restless, which is one of my favorite episodes. But yeah, I just don't think it's quite as good.
I think I'm gonna put it right under the last episode because I think I like it more than A New Man, Pangs, Something Blue, New Moon. Well, those are good episodes. I don't know. Maybe I underrate New Moon Rising. That seems a little.
I think you do. Yeah, like that's definitely better than Pangs.
Yeah, I think I underrate that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put it 53 between Spiral and A New Man.
Where do I have Spiral?
Spiral, you have it 61.
Really? God.
Yes.
Buffy's a good show.
Really good.
All right, read me down from there.
Something Blue, Phases, no Iron, or the Iron Team. I still
wait. I like this more than all those.
Oh, go up from Spiral.
What's up from Spiral? Maybe I need to move up.
A New
Spiral.
Man, Family, Into the Woods, New Moon Rising, Amends.
No, I like all those too. I like all those too. Yeah, just put this right under Spiral, I guess.
Wow, we did the same thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to either. I thought that was a weird choice by you, and then I did it.
Yeah, it's how it ended up happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting tough ranking these. But
MVP Glory, LVP Ben.
Ooh, I'm gonna go MVP. I might do something different. I might go MVP Willow, LVP Tara.
Tara. Well, yeah, I guess she doesn't have much to do in this episode. She's just being weird.
Yeah, I think Ben is more valuable. I never thought he was bad. He does his best.
I when I saw Ben on How to Get Away with Murder, I remember being surprised that he was still acting.
I understand that. I do. But
yeah,
I think he's more valuable for this episode than Tara.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was between those two. Those are the two names I wrote down, Ben, Tara. But
all right. Shall we move on to Angel?
Yes, I'm really worried. I hope Dawn doesn't die. I really do. I don't want anyone to die. Seems lame to say. I remember whenever I was watching The Walking Dead, I was like, people got to start dying. This is dumb. But on this show, I don't want anyone to die. The problem
with The Walking Dead is like the characters weren't likable. Like any one of them could die at any second. Like I feel like fans only freaked out when Shane died.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, one. That was the only one that like affected the balance of the show.
Glenn,
like some people were upset about Glenn.
They fucked up Glenn.
Like, thank God,
by fake killing him like 5 episodes prior with the dumpster.
True. Yeah, he was under a dumpster. That was so fucking dumb.
Yeah, that made no fucking sense.
You're right. I had already mourned Glenn, and then he was killed, and I was like, all right, I guess he's dead for real now. Whatever.
Yeah, seriously, I already felt feeling like he was gone. I didn't care, but at that point.
Yeah, you're right.
It sucked.
It's weird.
But yeah, so there's Buffy. Really excited for the finale.
Yeah, baby. Looking forward to the finale.
We can rank seasons next week. The first 5 seasons. That'd be fun.
Do that. Yeah.